Undertale is known to be one of the greatest games in history. The game also consists of the player battling many monsters. Some of these battles are the greatest in all of video games, while others remain kind of trash. Today I will be covering every single boss in Undertale from worst to best. Disclaimer though, this is my opinion. Also, bosses like Mad Mimi don't count because only people with a certain console can fight her. Oh, and massive spoilers. Alright, let's begin. Number 18, Glad Dummy. Do you want to know why this is the worst one? Because only one hit kills him. Number 17, Mettaton Neo. The exact same reason as Glad Dummy, except he looks way cooler. Number 16, Special Thanks. I feel like this boss was really unneeded, plus the fact it is way harder than it should be. If you try to do a no-hit challenge and get hit once, you have to go all the way back from the credits. Number 15, Greater Dog. I get that this was a small boss fight, but even as one of the first bosses, it is way too easy and it doesn't last long. Number 14, Toriel. It's really hard to like a boss where you can't necessarily die. I do like the fact that Toriel really doesn't want to hurt you, but wants the best for you, but that's about it. Number 13, Napster Bloke. This was alright for the first boss fight for the game, but was a bit harder than it should really be for the first boss. Number 12, Mettaton Quiz Show. I have mixed feelings about this battle. I think it's somewhat good because it's a brilliant idea no other game has come up with, but then it is also extremely unfair. Seriously, how are people supposed to know that Alice was giving the answers the whole time? Number 11, Papyrus. Don't get me wrong, this fight isn't that bad. The downside though is that it drags on for a bit too long, and again, you don't die. The battle though does showcase who Papyrus is, and does it very well. Number 10, So Sorry. First off, I would have really preferred this if it wasn't a secret boss fight. I mean, I had to change my Nintendo Switch's date to October the 10th at 8 PM to meet him. Although the fight did alright. The only drawback is that it's harder than it should be. I died like 10 times trying to beat a secret boss. Number 9, Undyne. I know many of you might disagree, but this boss fight wasn't good, but also not bad either. The red heart is a bit too easy, while the green heart is a bit too hard. Though, it's neat to know that you get a shield as a green heart, and it starts off very simple. I do wish that the game would remind people to run away from Undyne when fighting. Number 8, Mad Dummy. This battle is great because it clearly tells you what to do in battle. You must try your best to hit Mad Dummy with his own attacks. The boss also doesn't get way too harder than it should be. If I had to say one flaw is that it drags on for a little bit too longer than it should be, although I really do love the battle. Number 7, Asgore. This boss fight is brilliant, from the backstory, the setting, and Asgore's personality. This boss is not too hard and it is how it should be. One drawback is that for a final boss, well, second final boss, some earlier battles were a bit harder. Number 6, Muppet. The fight might throw some game overs on you, but eventually you get the hang of it. The boss is both simple yet hard. Many people complain that Muppet's attacks get repetitive, but there's only so little that a spider can have for their attacks. This boss loves to spice things up, and that's good in my book. Number 5, Omega Flowey. Who knew a boss could be both scary yet heartwarming? Flowey does his best to throw as much attacks as he can on you. It is perfectly hard for a final boss, and the souls push the players into victory. Their attacks are really creative as well, as they are based on the souls of the children who died trying to make it to the end. It's great to see yourself fighting Photoshop images with hearts as your allies. Number 4, Mettaton EX. Mettaton shows the player his final form and with the power of glamour. I love the fact that as you fight Mettaton, it is broadcasted on live TV. The crowd will cheer you on if you are losing, and Mettaton shows that you can get through the hang-on difficult attacks. Number 3, Undyne the Undying. Many people, including me, agree that this is one of the best fights in many RPGs. Undyne uses her power of determination to protect everyone by turning into Undyne the Undying. This boss is challenging and you will die many times, but you must use your determination to battle her. Her green heart attacks are just as hard as her red heart attacks, unlike the normal Undyne battle. If you do your best to use your power of determination, eventually you will win. Number 2, Azrael. People might be confused by the fact that I said that I don't like battles where you don't die, but this one makes sense why. It's because you finally reached the end of your journey, making your soul powerful. Azrael fights the player with magic attacks, while the player must fight Azrael without hurting him for everyone in the world's hopes and dreams. What makes it more lovable is the fact that Azrael is your best friend, and even though he wants to kill you, using the power of determination will make him realize that you're his best friend. Number 1, Sans. Finally, the final boss of Undertale's genocide run, Sans the Skeleton. Lots of people don't like the boss because he is known to be one of, if not the hardest bosses in all of video games. But I personally like that. His attacks feel like a platform level and will throw stuff at you that you will never see coming. The storyline behind some of his attacks are brilliant and shows that even though he was too late to save anybody, he will get his revenge. Trust me, if you don't rage, you will enjoy this fight even more. And that's about it for today. Thank you for watching the video. I am super thankful. And please like or subscribe. I'll be thankful for any of those that you do. And I will see you next time on the channel.